Isn't this just darling? Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Alliana's Just So Sewing. Today we're going to be learning how to make these adorable little postcards. They're for Valentine's Day. I'll have the list of required materials at the end of the video and in the description. I got the idea from Man Sewing. He's a fantastic teacher, you should go check him out. But he showed everyone how to do a camping postcard, and it was super cute. And then he had pictures of Valentine's ones on there, and I decided that I was going to make my own. And I figured I might as well make a video so that other people can learn too. You know what they say, see one, do one, teach one. I watched the video from Man Sewing like twice, did 10 of these, and I'm teaching the number of people that watch this, so you know. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is cut out our pieces. So I'm going to have this as my background. Got it on Missouri Star Quilt Company. It's adorable. Then we need to cut out our hearts. So I have this pink here, and I have this dark brown color. Those are both from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and so they match this really nicely. I just printed out these little hearts on a piece of paper, and then I stuck it onto cardstock so that I can use it to set it on there and then trace around it with a pencil. Don't push too hard, because otherwise your lead will break and yeah, it just snags in your fabric. It's just horrible. So you just press very lightly and go over it a couple times, and then you get it so that it's just dark enough that you can see it. And then I'm gonna cut it out with some fabric scissors. You have to make sure that you have some nice sharp scissors so that it doesn't come out all raggedy. Okay, so now I have both of these cut out. So I'm gonna set those aside. Then you take your background color that you picked, and then get some batting. It doesn't really matter if it's high quality or anything. I just have some scraps from quilts that we've made and stuff. It's a postcard, so it doesn't really need to be that perfect. So so take your background piece, lay it so that the back side is up, then put your batting on top of that. Make sure you don't include your selvage edge when you cut it. That would suck. This is called Timtex. It's very rigid, and so it gives your postcard some rigidity, obviously. And you're just going to use this as your template for your postcard. So I've already cut it out to be 4x6, so I got my Timtex all square. So I just used this as my template for my background color and the batting. Does that make sense? Since I've already cut this to 4x6, then I can use it to get the rest of the material perfectly square and exactly the same size as the Timtex. Okay, so when you're done doing that, it should be all nice and neat. It should be a nice flat edge around all of that, and then you need to figure out where you want your hearts to go. So I'm going to arrange mine in the top corner. Just get a general idea. I'm going to put my slightly larger brown heart down first, and then have the smaller pink one overlapping it just a little bit, and then just get an idea of what that looks like. So then you take off the little one, now that you've got your idea of where you want your things to be, and then we're going to go over to the sewing machine and stitch this onto the background. Okay, so I've stitched on both my hearts. I went over to the machine and stitched on my brown one, and then once I got done with that, I put the pink one on, and then I stitched around that. I go around them twice because it gives them a more poppy effect. When you go around the hearts, you use a free motion quilting foot. If you don't have one, I guess you could just take the foot off and it would sort of work. Practice with the whole free motion thing before you actually start stitching in your project. We did, and it only took a little bit of practicing and we started to get the hang of it. So once you've sewn your hearts on, then set this aside and cut out a piece of just plain white fabric 4 by 6 so that it lines up just right on the back of here. So once you've got that cut out, then lay this on the back, make sure the top side is facing up, and then sometimes it's really hard to tell with this white, so get that all nice and lined up. You can pin this if you want to. I would stick a pin right in the center just to hold all of your layers together, and then blanket stitch around the edge just to finish it. I also wanted to mention, if you mess up on these, it's okay. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to be anything drastic. Worst comes to worst, you accidentally go outside the lines. I did that a couple times and it doesn't really look that bad. You know what? It adds character. Just don't beat yourself up. It's okay. It's just a cute little postcard. So, you know what? Don't worry about it. Okay, so I've blanket stitched around the edge. Make sure when you do that you use this foot. I think this turned out really nicely. I mean, look how cute that is. If I got this in the mail, I'd be delighted. So yeah, when you finish your postcard, since you covered it in white fabric, just use a fabric marker to write your little message on the back. Obviously you're not going to be able to fit a whole lot on there, but hey, it's a short, punchy little Valentine postcard. Write your little message on it, put the address on it, put a stamp on it, and pop it in the mail, and delight your friends and family. I'm making a whole bunch of these, and I'm sending them to aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins, friends. So yeah, there you have it. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.